everyone, welcome back to the Coily Code. I'm Charnel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you girls my go-to summer beach date outing to the library for filming makeup look. This is my go-to, and all of it is inside of this bag. I used to be a makeup junkie, but I had to go through this whole cleansing process of the Lord allowing me not to use these things as crutches. And I talked a little bit about this in the last video on kind of the unexpected barriers that you might face when you're trying to grow your hair long. So how I knew it was okay for me to start stepping my toes back into the realm of makeup is I actually had a dream, and the Lord showed me this small makeup collection I had pales in comparison to what I used to have. And it was just a small eyeshadow palette, a little bit of concealer, makeup. It was very, very small. And so that's kind of what this is. This is as much as I'll ever have. I don't think I want to become the way that I used to be anymore in terms of always buying the next, the latest and greatest and all that. Kind of like how I am with hair. That's basically how I am with makeup, skincare, and so on. So the first thing you want to do is prep your face, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Impossible primer base, and works like a charm. I love to go for super natural and dewy like finishes. I do have, girl, my skin is so weird. I feel like I have dry and oily skin. I guess you would call that normal, but I'm not certain. And the thing about it is I get dry here, I get oily here, and I get dry here, and the rest of my face stays pretty normal. So that's what I do. Next, if you're going to be going outdoors, I suggest using a sunscreen. I won't be going outdoors, so I won't put any sunscreen on. I have a birthday party to go to tonight, and my makeup will probably last till then, but if not, I could always just take it off if I don't feel like it. Then I start with brows. Now, my brows are pretty relatively thick for me. I prefer them to be much, much skinnier, but I don't feel like shaving. I usually take an eyebrow razor and just clean up my edge here. I never shave from up here, but I don't feel like doing that right now because I'm on camera and I don't want to cut myself. So I'm gonna take my big mirror, you guys, because that's what I've been looking at. And I'm gonna go ahead and just keep my lines and my stroke very natural in the shape of my brow. Again, I prefer a much thinner brow, but for today, and sometimes I'll rock just my thicker brow, but I definitely prefer them to be thinner. So yeah, that's why I can talk and do it, because I'm not trying to create a new shape. Granted, my brows probably look very different. One's like, this one's more curved up, this one's straight. But look, if I was doing this in the mirror, like in the bathroom, like normal, they would come out a lot better. Now I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. This is my always been my go-to, and I try not to put any products on my hand because that's just, to me, a waste of product, but I want it to have kind of that lift. I just do the bottom. Sometimes I do the top, but for now, maybe I'll do the top. Yes, so that's what I do, and then I blend it with my finger. A lot, I find the way if you want your makeup to come out natural is just to use your fingers and not a brush, but use your fingers. So I just do liner and mascara. I will do eyeshadow one day in the future when I get my hands on a palette that satisfies everything that I would need in an eyeshadow palette. I don't want too many colors. I'm a very neutral person. I love neutral colors. Maybe a few shimmers every now and then, but I really don't want to go crazy there. So unless I'm like want to do something fun, but for the everyday look, I just go for neutral. So I'm just going to take my liner. I got to be very that's it. I try not to make them super thick, but sometimes I can't. I can't avoid it. Actually, I'm running out. This is the L'Oreal Carbon Black Liner Intense. Okay, next I'm gonna take mascara. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara in the color Very Black. Not just black, but very black. So I'm just going to, again, So I put one coat on, and then I'll let it sit for a while and then go in with my Lash Fibers, which I will show you after I get my mascara. Mascara, to me, even though you can go in with the Lash Fibers, I don't think the brush has enough bristles to really define my, and I have very short eyelashes, so the Mega Length mascara has a very defined comb, a mascara comb, a lash comb. I'm sorry, God, I'm getting them all mixed up. And so I go with this first, and then I go in with the Lash Fibers. But I gotta let that dry for a second. But meanwhile, let's get to the face. I go in with concealer again, and I just put the rest on the top of the tube, and then I just put some right underneath my eyes. That's where I want to really pop. Girls, I used to put so much makeup on, it's ridiculous. And then I go down the center of my nose. It gives it a nice little contour edge, you know, I just like that. And then I do the rest here. I rarely put any makeup on my forehead now. I keep it very, I may not put anything. It just depends on how much I need to blend everything else, but no makeup goes on my forehead these days. I do have dark circles around my mouth, so I will put some there. And that's that. Some people like to let their what do you call it, their concealers stay there and marinate on the skin, but I don't. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender along with some aloe vera spray. Actually, it's coconut or something. I'll show you guys. I'm trying to get this stuff blended out. So yeah, I'm just going to blend it very, very quickly, because to me, if you let it sit too long, it's not blendable. So I like to get that over with as soon as possible. Now, the reason I like putting my concealer on first is because I'm not a fan of that super bright, like it stands out so much. So I like to put my concealer on first and then follow up with everything else. Now I'm going to take the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Deep Dark 20. Now, this is totally optional. I don't do this all the time, but I do when I just want a little more interest. I used to go in heavy on my nose, but I don't anymore because, girl, sometimes you can't blend that out. But yeah, I just do my cheekbones, and I take the back, or the butt, the gluteus maximus of the beauty blender, and then I just blend it out like this. Now, don't be alarmed. It is probably going to be very dark. This is the shade that did not blend in with my skin. When I was in Ulta, I actually went back multiple times to get a better contour because you couldn't see it. You know, I could put this on my forehead, but I'm not going to, because like I said, I try not to put anything up here. I don't know why. I guess it just, to me, it reserves or preserves some of the natural skin like of my face. So I love this. Gosh, my brain is all over the place. I use the tip that I use to blend out with the concealer on the contour of my nose because it helps to dull it down or soften it a little bit, because sometimes the nose contour can be pretty harsh. So as you can see, I have some contouring going on. So now we're going to take my Pretty Fresh, this is a tinted moisturizer with hyaluronic acid as well, just like the concealer, and I'm going to apply this all over the areas that you see contour, basically. And I'm just going to let that blend. Now, this is a very, very sheer formula, and it's light, as you can see, but because I have that contour, it's going to basically mellow out, and you won't see that dark of a shade on my face. So as you can see, I still maintain, I love that, oh my gosh, I still maintain my contour, but I don't have it standing out so much. At least that's how it looks in the mirror. Now, if it looked different on camera, then I'm just gonna have to correct myself in the comments, but I don't think I will. So yeah, so you see how the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer actually helps to calm down the contour. And it actually brings a good blend of everything I did on my face, around my mouth, and like so. Okay, so before I do powder, I'm going to take my cheek stain. Now, this is also from ColourPop, and it's in the color, I forgot, they don't have it on here. Oh, I'm blind. It's called Psst, like PSST, and this is very, very sheer. So what I'm going to do is dab it on my cheekbone. Now it may look alarming at first, but when I blend it out, you're going to understand why I put as much as I did. So I'm going to use my fingers. It's super duper light. Look at that. It's almost gone. You barely see it. So I usually will go in with what do you call it? Two applications, because I want it to stand out a little bit more, because you know, as darker girls, we've got to apply just a tad bit more for the colors to come through. I actually love this formula. It feels like a luxurious skincare product. Where are you? Oh, is that even pressing it? It's so nice. So I put a little bit more on the apple of my cheeks. And I try not to spread it too much, because one swipe, oh my gosh, it's done. It's gone. I remember when I first tried this blush with a beauty blender, it disappeared. And then when I tried it with a brush, it disappeared again. So yes. Now I see that I kind of lost a little bit of my concealer, so I'm going to take just a bit more. I normally don't do that, but that's okay. I do this to bring balance back if I have to. That's why I love this routine, because it doesn't require that much makeup. And then I just try to dab a little bit of that away. That just fixes it if in case I went too crazy with the blush. So now it's time to set everything. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. It's very light, so this is going to go under my eye. And I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender again. I only use Blue 1 tool. And I'm just going to pat under my eye, just like that. Okay, that's it. And I'm just going to do it again here. And then again, on down the middle of my nose. My nose is where I get oily. So I like to set that part with powder. I'll just do a little bit here, a little bit here. Now that's for my light areas. For my darker areas, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Mini Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the color Nutmeg. And I usually go in with one of these travel brushes. It's a lot. It's a very finely milled powder. So I put it in the top and then I dab it like that. It's so powdery. And then I like it because it's finely milled. So you're not going to get a super duper matte or full coverage. It'll just take the shine very, very lightly off of those areas that we had applied, like all those liquid products with hyaluronic acid and so on. And you can still see my blush, and that's it. I don't go crazy with powder because I'm going for a dewy look. But because I have oily, normal, dry combination skin, I have to at least set it so that it can last longer. Okay, so I just applied my Lash Fibers, and they're from the brand Simply Naked Beauty. I found them on Amazon. It comes with the gel and the fibers, and basically you can do this without doing mascara, but I like to do mascara because I have small eyelashes, and then I go in with these. And as you can see, it just kind of adds a little flutter to my eyes. Now it's obviously not super dramatic as if I had some false lashes, which I used to do. I'm on the I'm not sure if I'm ready for eyelashes again. If I did, they would have to be super natural looking, because before I used to wear the super dramatic ones. But yeah, so my makeup routine has definitely streamlined over the last year, and I'm okay with that because I don't need much. I just realized I don't need much. So at this stage, we just need to do the lips, and I love, oh my gosh, as you can see, I'm obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. I don't even know what colors because it's gone. Everything's gone. So I'm gonna align my lips, and then I I should add that I did put Vaseline on my lips prior to doing everything, and the Vaseline has kind of soaked in all the way, but it makes lip application, I shouldn't be talking, oh my god, it makes the lip application so much easier and smoother. Now what I normally do, this is my little secret, I line my lips, make sure it's darker than you so that you can see it, and then apply Vaseline again and then bring it together, and that's going to kind of give you a very easy, effortless pout look. I learned this because Marilyn Monroe apparently used to do this, so that's what I do. But because this is a summer look, I want to play around with these cheapy matte lipsticks that I found on Amazon. I like this kind of red. It's pretty white. Pretty bright. Pretty white. Pretty bright. And it might be better if you have a dark red lip liner as opposed to brown, but this is the only lip liner I have. It's been my go-to forever. No, it's pretty though. I mean, the lip color is pretty. This is the first time I'm wearing it, so it's like a first impressions. Now, the last step that I do is a setting spray, and this is from Wet n Wild Photo Finish. This is their matte finish setting spray. Granted, I want a flowy, dewy, radiant look, but because I know my skin and that by a couple hours from now, I'm gonna have lots of shine, I want a matte finish because eventually the makeup's gonna wear and it's gonna be shiny. So there's no need for me to put a spray on that's for dewy finishes if I don't want my makeup to fall off by the next couple hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's so refreshing to do that, especially after you put powder on and stuff. But yeah, so that's my look, and because I'm a girl that loves lip gloss, I have this little lip gloss from the beauty supply store, and I'm just gonna apply that over top of my matte lipstick. And I'm doing this too because the lipstick is very sticky, and this will help so that way it doesn't bother me. But all right, ladies, here is the finished look, and I love this face. And honestly, you can dress it up or down by either adding a darker eyeshadow to go in, or you can dress it down by replacing the red lip with something a little more neutral, and that will help the look to tone down if you're looking for. But this to me is perfect. It's natural looking, and I did realize I needed to blend out my because I was looking at the footage and I was like, oh my god, I didn't blend out my forehead. So yeah, so this is my finished look. If you guys would like to see how I prep my hair so that I can style it like this, go ahead and visit the link in my bio or check out the rest of my channel, my playlists, and so on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup tutorial from yours truly, and comment, and if you have any suggestions on the types of content you would like to see on the Coily Code, please let me know, you guys. I will do it for you. I will, because I run out of ideas, and sometimes you know, I be in phases where I don't know what to do with my hair and things like that. So it totally helps when you guys give me ideas. I already got a few from some of you, so those are also in the works. But other than that, I'm grateful to have you all a part of the Coily Code. Thank you for subscribing, for supporting, and for commenting. I love commenting and engaging with you guys. So all that being said, have a wonderful, blessed day and week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.